Well, this is to prove, well, not prove, but mention how the people today are so inefficient in their jobs. Simple jobs. This one particularly relates to the British government, and in fact the Driving Licence Authority, or Driving Vehicle Authority in Swansea. I bought a motorcycle back in 1971, bought it brand new, got lots of photographs. So I thought, oh, that'd be nice if the current owner would like to see these photographs or have copies of the photographs of the bike. I checked on the website, the government website, and it says, yeah, the vehicle is still registered and still in use. So as I said, I bought this in 1971. Quite a long time ago. So there's a form that you fill out so that you can get the address of the current keeper, and I filled this form out and I sent it to them on January the 3rd of this year. Yesterday I received a reply. It's now November. One of the reasons, I'm sure, is that the people that received my original form can't read. They're obviously stupid. And in this particular case, the letter has come from somebody called Mandy Powell, Vehicle Casework Unit. She, I guess, created this letter on the computer, and she addressed it to Mr. Gary Mees, yes, that's me, at 3 Staddle, S-T-A-D-D-L-E, Court, Queen Creek, Arizona 85142. It doesn't actually say USA, which it of course should, because there is an Arizona in England. Staddle Court, I don't know who Staddle Court is. I live in Saddle Court, and I certainly don't live at number 3. This letter is dated the 28th of March. 28th of March. And it's now, as you know, as I just said, November. In it, they state, you know, thanks for the letter, blah, 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 and, you know, that you would like to purchase this vehicle. Well, that's not what I said on the form. I said I just want them to have my address so that I can send them photographs should they want them. Anyway, it says they can only forward letters to a registered keeper of the vehicle. Okay, so do it. But only in specific circumstances. But they don't have the resources to do that. Well, they had the resources to send me the letter, so all they had to do was send a letter to him instead. Then they would have had the resources, wouldn't they? Just totally incompetence. Government crap. Now, okay, you know, they do say that they apologise, they're disappointed. I know that I will be disappointed with this reply, and they sympathise for the reason for my inquiry, but regret unable to assist you on this occasion. How bloody stupid. All they had to do was forward my information to the current registered owner and say, if you'd like to contact this guy, he's got some photographs you might be interested in. Wouldn't have taken 2 minutes. Wouldn't have taken that long at all. The other thing with the DVLA, I have my Mark II here in England, in America, and also the E-Type. They are both still registered in England. So I contacted the DVLA and said, hey, look, you know, I'd like to get a copy of the registration document so that I could then sell the registration, and then the government would make more money by being able to transfer the registration back and forth to various cars in England that want age-related plates. Well, you've got to have the car in England. So I'm going to ship the car back to England just to get the registration on it and to ship it all the way back here. You know, costing me like $5,000 or whatever. And they could make money out of it. How bloody stupid. Government, they are just so pathetic, it drives me nuts. But anyway, the whole point of this was to say that people can't do their bloody jobs, and they can't. It's pathetic. Pay peanuts, get monkeys, I guess. But nobody seems to care about doing their job properly these days. God, would never have worked in my day. Guess times change. Okay, it's that crappy time of year called Christmas. And commercially, of course, Christmas starts in July. I don't like Christmas. I don't have kids. I have a son, but he's not a kid. But it's too fucking early. Now, I appreciate people like it, and just because I don't, and I'm the Grinch, that's fine. But could we please start Christmas, let's say, December 1st, rather than July, whatever, And in America, where I live, typically it starts Thanksgiving. And okay, that was when America decided to, screw the Indians and make them thankful for giving them syphilis, amongst other things. But couldn't you leave it to, December 1st? Please? As I said, I'm not a Christmas person. I don't like it. It's unnecessary. I'll give you $1 worth of gifts. You give me $1 worth of gifts. Why? Just let me have my own dollar and I'll go out and buy something I want. But people like it. And all right, fine. I don't. So I'm the Grinch. Other little groan I have here. Oh my God. This one's dangerous because it involves the wife. We've just had nice new floors put in the house. And, cost $1 or $2. And they are really nice. And, honestly, my wife actually paid for it. So we have our table and chairs outside on the back patio area covered. And she says, can you put the new feet on them so we don't scratch the floors? Sure. Yeah, no problem, babe. So we've got these nice new felt pads and I stick them on the chairs and then I start bringing the chairs into the house. And I get screamed at. Well, I got to clean the floors. I got to do this. I got to do that. I've just put these nice, new, fresh pads on the floor and you want me to put them on the patio outside, which is gritty, which means then the grit will get into the pads and I will bring that into the house because you don't want to move them in the house. Oh, crap. I know, I'm a guy, I'm never right. But just some of these logic things, okay, you're going to move shit around. Today, sorry, this is, my wife said to me a little while ago, oh, I want to get a new dining room suite. All right, fine, you want to get a new dining room suite. What do you want to do with the old one? Well, let's give it to Goodwill. I said, well, hang on, maybe it's worth a few bucks. So let's put it on Craigslist. So I put it on Craigslist. And I get a few interests, but, nobody ever turns up. Well, we've got guests coming on Monday, a couple of days' time as it happens. And then someone contacts me and says, hey, I'm interested in the table and chairs. Oh, shit, okay, all right. They come on down and they buy the table and chairs. So now, because of my wife's enthusiasm and instructing me to sell the table and chairs, which I successfully did, we now have no table and chairs for our guests. So now she's going to go out and buy some table and chairs. Oh, shit. Is it they go? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love her dearly. But some of the time she frustrates the hell out of me. And I think that's probably just a male-female thing rather than my wife and me. Oh, dear. There you go. All right, I'm sure there's going to be some more groans I can think of. Well, I tell you what, here's a groan for you. And this is car-related or truck-related as it happens. My buddy borrowed my truck, my Dodge truck, and he was taking it to work, and I was fixing his car for him. And then the truck decided to say when he was trying to leave work one day. So I got it towed home, figured out it was the fuel pump that had died. Well, you know, it's got 100 and God knows how many thousand miles on it, so all right, fair comment. You know, it's been there for a long time. So I get to AutoZone, and I look at the various prices. Like, Jesus, you know, like almost $300 for a fuel pump, and there's one for about 160. Yeah, shit, it's a truck. 160 is fine. So I put it in there. It didn't last a month before it crapped out. So I've now gone and bought the more expensive one. So this tells you, you get what you fucking well pay for, don't you? Huh? I mean, this was a simple thing, a fuel pump. How difficult are they to make to last? Full of plastic and all that crap. Biggest bugbear is because it's a truck, I don't want to drop the tank, especially as I've just filled it full of gas. So I lift the bed. And it's not too difficult. It's undo 4 bolts, loosen 2 bolts, and then using my engine hoist, I lift it up and get it out of the way. But, AutoZone aren't going to pay me for my labour, because they could, oh, well, that's you did it yourself. But had I taken that to a shop, that would have been, another $300. So I'd have blown $600. And what do I get from it, from AutoZone? Fuck all. That's what pisses me off. As if my time is not worth anything. Ugh. I'll end it here before I get mad. Well, I'm recording this out here because I'm trying not to upset my wife. I'm not quite sure if I'm in trouble or not. And I don't know if this is the illogic of women or me being thoughtless. I have no clue. My brother is coming to stay today, and he's going to be here for approximately a week. And then my sister-in-law, my wife's sister, is also coming to stay. So my wife has been going around and doing houseworky type stuff, cleaning and polishing and all that kind of shit. I've been putting up Christmas decorations and servicing my wife's car, and I'm in the garage watching a video whilst I wait for my brother's flight to arrive. And then my wife comes out, and I felt berated because I hadn't said I appreciate what she'd done. Now, recently my wife has spent a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort in making our house look beautiful, for which I praised her. And I thought it was kind of obvious that I appreciated what she's done, but maybe she doesn't appreciate what I've done. In other words, all the decorations, servicing her car, and doing stuff. But I didn't get any thanks for that, and I didn't expect it. It was just what we do as a couple. We both do shit. I'm confused. Yeah. Maybe I'm being insensitive. I don't think so. Maybe it's just women's illogic. Just thoughts. See what you think. Oh, and just a little kind of side note, so you don't think I'm a complete asshole, which I don't anyway, but I would ask, is there something you need me to do? What do you want me to do? You know, I took all the stuff down to Goodwill that she'd sorted out. As I mentioned, I'd done the Christmas lights and the wreaths. I've been selling stuff on Craigslist for her. I'm not expecting thanks, but I also didn't expect to be blasted.